box. Leap of faith again by Anduin Vildanslo, and Majid's gonna be able to finish him off. 3 kills, a triple for BFM. And now Diablo being surrounded. Fade falling to 25% health. Condemn, and Diablo's down. That might be the actual play of the game. They find another kill.
Apocalypse coming out though. Red team. Oh my god! Red team almost got him.
Axon jumping over to get some kills.
Oh, Ragnarok getting the concussion mine, knocking him out into the fray. Oh, the definition of unlucky.
Almost couldn't figure out the button there. What is up, people? And welcome to the NGS Game of the Week. We're here in week number 8, Division A. I'm joined once again by Slexia. What's going on, girl?
What's up, Murda? Not much. I'm excited that we could pick a spicy matchup for tonight, as Game of the Week is no longer just tied to Thursdays. Am I right?
Yeah. Look at us. We're here on a Sunday. What happened?
I know.
I'm trying to fix your camera. It was
here.
a little messed up. Something happened, but it's now perfect.
Whatever.
I think. Whatever. It was close enough. Yeah, it's kind of weird here on a Sunday. I'm supposed to be in the NGS board meeting right now, so if any board members are out there watching, hi. Hopefully it's still going okay without me there.
This is like so much more relevant than a board meeting,
right?
Because
obviously.
This is you know, 2 Division A teams that are super high in the rankings, looking to rank themselves or seed themselves even higher. Tell us the stats on these teams.
Sure. I think that's important. Let's talk about Division A, where these teams currently are sitting. Right now, if you look at the standings, ReGen Retro, having played 2 more matches than the Dread Pirates, do sit in first place with 23 points. Now, the Dread Pirates currently are right behind them in second place with 20 points. So, a domination tonight from the Dread Pirates could all but seal up this division in their favor. However, if ReGen Retro is able to take away a win of their own, it could mean Retro leaves this division as #1 by the end of the regular season. So, either way, this is a very big match for both teams, Slexia.
Wow. Well, I'm excited to get into it. I know that I've covered Dread Pirates. Jeez, can I speak? I even did vocal warm-ups. Here I am, struggling. You know, I've seen Dread Pirates play quite a bit. They are the former Season 6 Division A Grand Champions, and ReGen Retro has a lot of history. So I'm excited to see these 2 teams come together tonight and duke it out.
Looks like our lobby link is ready for Tomb of the Spider Queen. You see that one there, Slexia? There we go. And
sure
looks like we have our teams lined up, just missing 1 player. So we're almost ready to go here on the NGS Game of the Week. Anyone out there hyped? I'm pretty hyped up.
I'm hyped.
I see Arrow in chat.
I know, Arrow. What's up?
Yeah, Arrow, how are you doing? Did anyone get the stats this week? How many matches did Arrow cast? What's the total count at? And when do we break number 100 for Season 8? Because we're going to try to make that one a party, hopefully.
I don't know the answer to that.
It's going to be soon.
Enlighten us.
Hopefully Arrow's out there listening, being content of all of his splendor of being a fantastic headcaster here during Season 8. And, of course, shout out to all of our NGS volunteers who may or may not be out there in the audience right now. You guys are doing an amazing job this season, keeping everything running. Looks like we do have everyone in lobby now, so let's see if they're ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out my R.
Do that. Me too. Even though we're the same, basically. Like,
we are the same, one and the same. Mama Dovi, Setming, and That Green Fish, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Welcome. You're up to 87 now. Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow. Didn't cast many this week, unfortunately, it looks like. You know, you hate to see it. It's okay. What are you gonna do? Maybe one day you'll be doing... Wait. I just saw Arrow last night, so I guess that's why. It doesn't count, but he was casting Division S last night. I was tuned in for it. It was OSD and Perfect Gems. I think Perfect Gems ended up winning that one 3-1.
They did. Yeah.
Here we go.
And we're going in to draft immediately. Just kidding. There was a little bit of a wait.
How long really was the wait? Like maybe 5 seconds?
Not long.
Not even?
It was not long at all. No.
So
there was no wait.
Check out the top of your screens right now. Our blue team tonight, up here, they are the Dread Pirates, and over on the red side will be ReGen Retro this evening. First to ban in this one will be our red side. ReGen Retro on the clock with about 22 seconds remaining. Captain Zambibar is here. I've had the opportunity to cast these guys this season. They look really good, and they're on quite a hot streak. Had back-to-back dominations last week in a double header in the same night. So these boys are ready to play.
Ooh, that is spicy. Ready to play, and we see Johanna banned by them, and Dread Pirates getting that Medivh out of there. Medivh is so annoying here. It's like a Junkrat. It's like interrupts and just everywhere for no reason. Like, calm down, you know.
Arrow noting in chat how he didn't realize Retro was currently sitting at the #1 spot, but you know, fortunate to that double domination doubleheader they had, and I believe another team, Phoenix Rising Diamond, I don't want to misspeak, I think it was Diamond, also had dropped out of this division, as we see Deathwing taken away by ReGen Retro. They picked up a lot of points really quickly and kind of snuck themselves all the way up to the top of the list there. Ariel final ban from the Dread Pirates, and we're over with our first pick. It's a quick ETC, Slexia.
Love an ETC, especially in a purple suit like that. You know, it's definitely good to have a good tank locked in, and I'm not mad at it, honestly. If it works for them, I'm happy they got it. But I'm very curious as we see the gray mane Uther picked up by Dread Pirate.
I believe we certainly could see that main tank Uther here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. It's a short map with short rotations. You're going to be taking a lot of fights having that Uther lead up on the front, especially when you have something like a gray mane to pair with it that can dive in on all those hammers of justice. And you got to wait and see what else is coming, but it's got to be something else that would be enormous into this dive sort of comp that looks like they want to start up. So in response, it'll be Malfurion and Jaina who can provide those roots, and Jaina, of course, with those slows, which probably would slow it down just a little bit.
I think they're going for a blow-up comp on the side of ReGen Retro, perhaps, and I'm curious if this is actually a tank Uther, or if we're going to see a healing Uther, maybe even off lane. I feel like with MF Princess picking that, although the option to switch is available, I'm not sold on the idea of it being main heals yet, or main tank.
Okay. Final ban for the Dread Pirates. Looks like it will be Mr. Shamada. Hanzo, this one. Final one now for ReGen Retro, and they're going to go ahead and take away Big Boy Blaze. Prevent that bunker? Maybe?
Blaze is legendary.
Okay.
So that's a target ban for sure.
Okay, that's what I was probably expecting.
Yeah. I'm curious, though. I've talked about this before in other Tomb games. I feel like Leoric's really strong here, and either team picking him up can really be devastating in those choke points, especially near the Bruiser. So just very curious, and we see a Varian.
Full blow-up comp. That's taunt, curse bullet, Li-Ming resets, Uther to try to hold it all in there. This is going to be really tough for ReGen Retro to respond to, but you look at what they have already, that Malfurion. He has a Twilight Dream that can shut down some of it, but the cooldowns on this sort of burst, Variant's taunt, very low cooldown. Li-Ming, Greymane with their curse bullet and, you know, full combo, like it's quick cooldown, so there's no heroic in that they could draft that's really going to help that much, but they do grab a Thrall Malthael. What are your thoughts here, Slexia?
I feel like we're going to see Tormented Souls here, an Earthquake, to really set up that mosh and let the stragglers get caught. It's definitely blow up, and maybe even just both sides are, you know, blow up comps here. Who's going to blow it up better is the question. This last pick, though, who is it? Leoric, please. It's Arthas.
Arthas. Okay, so they see a lot of frontline, the Thrall, the Malthael. Yeah. Might as well grab the big boy Arthas. I believe he just finally had something get fixed in his kit, or like, I saw the patch note and they were shouting out Kyle Ferguson. Did you see that?
Right, his Q build, which is already like super annoying. What's up, Arthanow? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to Nexus Gaming Series Game of the Week. But yeah, his Q has been buffed, and as someone who recently had to go against that, that's unlucky, because it just like takes a lot of your health, and it feels like the cooldown is very low, and you can just sustain.
Yeah, so that would actually probably work out really well against Malthael, who kind of dances around, having that point-and-click Q to harass Malthael down, all the while regaining health yourself as Arthas. Could be a counter here up against Aaron, presuming they'll be playing in the soul lane together against each other.
Mega Muffin saying, not sure how anyone on ReGen Retro survives taunt. No burst protection, no silence, cleanse.
Yeah,
Malfurion does have a silence and a cleanse.
I mean, this is a big concern for me as well. How do they keep targets from getting attacked like this? They're going to have to remain the aggressors, but when you have a team with a comp looking like that, with a Varian and a Greymane, they're going to want to be getting up and down these lanes. It's going to be very hard to catch your opponent off guard when they're going to be trying to do that exact thing up against you the entire time. Almost loaded in here for game number 1. Let us know in chat who you're rooting for. Hashtag DP or hashtag RGR. Vote for your favorite squad here as we load on in game number 1. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Slexia, take it away.
All right, on the blue side, playing for Dread Pirates, we have Sir Stiggles on Varian, Delurker playing Li Ming, Decorus on Greymane, MF Princess on Uther, and Bat Mary, the Legendary, on Arthas.
And over on the right-hand side in red, we got Splash playing the Jaina Zamibars on ETC. Deltron will be playing Malfurion, Aaron on the Malthael. And to round it out, playing this Thrall, it's Meliodas. Make some noise for ReGen Retro.
Aaron.
Aaron. Level 1 talents up on your screen. Anything we see out of the ordinary here, Slexia, looks all pretty standard to me. Certainly the overpower at level 1 from the Varian signaling a taunt build for sure.
I mean, seeing Crash Lightning to me is a little funky. And also seeing the Fear the Reaper talent picked up not on a pale horse is like, what's happening? But, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, good point. Fear the Reaper is going to allow Malthael to maybe help himself get out of some funky situations, but still, if you're locked in with that taunt or, you know, a good combo stun from Uther, there's really nothing Malthael's going to do outside of his self-cleanse later on, so we'll keep an eye out if he picks that up. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's level 7? I think it's level 7. Someone at home probably knows. Great route there. Follow up Wolves as well on the MF Princess. Uther very low, 190 health, but will survive.
Yeah, and both teams are doing a great job of doing this mid-top rotation. It looks like Malthael is rotating bot and, oh, just turning in. I thought maybe he was catching mid, letting blue side, rather. Speaking of blue side, that's a First Blood Varian.
That is First Blood, check.
First Blood check? All right, so that gives a slight advantage to the side of ReGen Retro. It looks like Dread Pirates are really just kind of letting the waves come closer as the execution of team fights seems to be, just even in this early game, like favoring ReGen Retro.
And they're being the early aggressors on the turn-in points. You see both teams now splitting off to their bruiser camps. Getting there a little bit quicker was Dread Pirates, so they're almost through clearing out this blue side. And ETC able to turn in a few gems now. ReGen Retro sitting at 23 in the bank, where there have been 0 so far from the Dread Pirates. But they're moving up towards this top egg spawner. Maybe gonna find a gank here on ETC.
Really looking for it. ETC able to heal himself up a little. He also did go prog rock, so if he is ever caught in that situation, as the game progresses, he will scale quite a bit. Both of these bruiser camps are mid, kind of just clashing with each other, so I think both teams are going to make their way here as we do see them.
Power slide on 2 with the roots and another wolf. And this is almost identical to where Uther had survived earlier from the same exact combo. But we're getting a bit of a sneak peek at ReGen Retro, what they want to do here. Use that power slide and just get the quick follow-ups with both the roots for Malfurion and Thrall. But they need a little bit more damage. Already 6 stacks on Crash Lightning. As that gets further on, could mean more damage for Retro as first taunt of the game comes out from Varian. Not enough for a kill quite yet.
No, and that was quite an aggressive slide by ETC going in there with an immediate taunt. Also before that, Malfurion was taunted right at the wall. Like, Sir Stiggles is using that taunt button off, like on cooldown basically this entire game, it appears. But ReGen Retro does have enough for turn-ins, so...
And that was Aaron getting 15 in on the bottom, Slexia, so huge now. Only 12 more needed. Top side, there is a fight breaking out. Roots were down. Still no kills as we see Greymane attempting to turn in 6 gems. ETC is going to let it happen. And bottom side, Malthael, Arthas, they're duking it out with Bat Mary holding on to 20 gems. There's a good power slide root follow-up inside the Blizzard. MF Princess is body blocked as well. Can Uther get out? No, he can't. Here comes Greymane trying to get anything as a bit of retribution for Uther falling, but I don't think he's going to get it as another power slide comes forward. Roots and Blizzard again. But they're just going to get the one, but does this make enough room for the turn-in?
I don't think so. There's a lot of poke coming out from Delurker, and Uther is up in 1 second. He was allowed to get those extra heals with that route, as well as the follow-up onto Sir Stiggles could mean that this is going to be a possible turn-in for ReGen Retro. Oh, turn-in is now available again, as someone did pick up gems somewhere, but for 1 second it was not. So ReGen Retro is going to turn in top here without contest, and we're going to see this first Web Weaver phase going over.
Slex, it's basically like a true burst versus burst comp. Who's engage is going to be better. So far, it's been Zammy Bars right on top with the mouth. We haven't seen it yet from Dread Pirates, but they have a very classic comp built for it, and I'm expecting to see some fireworks soon, but so far it's just been the 3 kills for ReGen Retro. Here come the first Web Weavers of the game, red side, and top already being cleared up by the Dread Pirates.
I think that ReGen Retro has a better comp for blow up here, with ETC having that escape, sliding only when necessary and getting out when he's in too much danger. Like, he's really able to be there for his team. And these root Blizzard freaking Thrall follow-up root combos are just insane. There's not a lot of escape on the side of Dread Pirates. So I think it's got to be either Dread Pirates is scaling, or they're going to win in another way to put some pressure on this map. But this first phase is already over, and no structures were taken. Bottom fort is looking very low, but I don't know. That was pretty quick.
Was pretty quick. Here goes the Dread Pirates working on this bottom side siege camp. Only Malthael nearby, and should see Varian walking towards it, but I doubt Retro is going to want to do much other than cash in with this bit of a spacing that they've created. ETC scouting, not actually looking to turn in. Top side neither. Okay.
Well, I mean, what we're going to see from ReGen Retro here probably is them trying to deny that turn-in from Dread Pirates, but it doesn't look like that's going to be very successful, even though they do have ultimates.
Yeah.
And the Web Weavers are coming out for Dread Pirates.
I'd say a bit of a miscue there. You got to know your 10s are almost online. Oh, here's a good power slide again. They also get the Twilight Dream onto Varian. He's down before the Dread Pirates get level 10. Water Elemental also used. That was the pickup from Jaina, and it's going to be Sundering from Thrall.
I'm just not comfortable with this full main heal Uther at this point. We literally are seeing about 7,600 heals coming out from Uther, as opposed to the almost 17,000 from Malfurion. When Varian gets blown up like that, it really negates what Dread Pirates are trying to do.
You can see the effect that Arthas has, a bit of a reduction on some of those stuns that are hitting him. Able to get away from that. A bit of an attack from ReGen Retro. They're going to clear out the end of these Web Weavers. That's the last one down. Level 10s are now picked up for the side of Dread Pirates. Do we see anything out of the ordinary? It's going to be the Wave of Force. Go for the throat. Is Divine Shield this time. No D-Storm. And the final pickup will be the Ghouls from Arthas. So
yeah, they're going to need that extra protection, that extra healing. The Wave of Force is going to allow, displacement when trying to blow them up. But here we go. Here is a taunt right onto ETC. He does slide out, and the Blizzard just chases him, but doesn't actually land on him. Excellent job. They do have this Bruiser pushing.
Yeah, some help there from Meliodas with the Sunder. You noticed ETC in a lot of trouble. That Sunder hit from distance. and kind of disrupted the attack a bit from Dread Pirates there. Is now Bat Mary in trouble. Going to be body blocked in by Malthiel, but able to scoot by, does pop his ghouls and starts to move back in as Deltron will be the first to fall. Malfurion gets that Twilight Dream off, and they might be able to turn around, but the D-Shield landed onto Greymane, who's going to turn around. ETC's down. Double kill for the Dread Pirates. Now they're setting their sights onto Thrall. Varian does fall, so 2 for 1.
Last rights used on Varian. He just
okay, that's what I missed.
That button was clicked and he was gone, but that was so many gems lost by the ETC, but picked up by the Thrall as he has 46 here with very low health. It's 3v3 down at this bottom turn-in point with Leeming top, trying to get some extra soap. What is even happening?
They're all trying to turn in, wasn't able to. Good defense as Li Ming wide open to Lurker, cashing in 25 gems topside for Dread Pirates. Greymane now split off, looking at the Bruiser camp, and on the right-hand side, just waiting for heroes to get back on the map. Now finally getting here for ReGen Retro. They're almost at level 13.
That's definitely a good call for Dread Pirates, because if ReGen Retro does happen to get this push, it will have some counter pressure with the Webweaver phase. They are free and clear to turn in top if they would like, but that Bruiser was just acquired, so they really need to hurry. In chat, Monk is saying only 10 stacks so far on Chain Lightning. It's a little bit higher now, but yeah, I was a little perplexed by that talent pickup.
It's a tough pickup because, at least on this map, I find there's usually always minions around as ETC trying to move in does get taunted, but has that face melt now trying to back up. The roots are down, but won't hit any heroes. Still having that mosh pit and the level 13 advantage. Here come those web weavers for ReGen Retro. See what they can do with it. Bit of a bruiser in their face before they can move forward in the mid lane at least.
Right, they did clear that up pretty quickly. It looks like they are all rotating top. Zammy looking for a slide. Sliding in, Unstoppable used on Batmary. Oh, and even D-Shield. There is the Mosh, and it is interrupted. Sir Stiggles onto Deltron with the taunt. Greymane does go down, and there is just like scattered damage all over. It's like
great sustain.
Someone is looking for a specific target. That one doesn't die. Someone dies somewhere else. There's not like a, hey, let's kill this target. If it's a blow-up comp, I want to see one person singled out and just delete it.
Oh, ETC's going to slide this. They might have Arthas now. There's the Blizzard. Yeah, Arthas down. Just I don't know why he didn't back up. You saw Arthas trying to move through that choke point here. Or ETC moving through it, rather, and finally did, and had the help of his team. So, 7th kill of the game for Retro. Boss will be available, and look how far away, bottom side of the map, clearing up that last Webweaver. Does Retro hop on this boss here?
They can do boss turn-in if they get lucky. I mean, it is kind of close, though.
Well, now enough gems on hand for Pirates, too.
They have to decide. I think it's probably safest to turn in, look for another kill, possibly end. Maybe get the boss after that if they can't end. I mean, this is pretty late game, even though we're only 11 minutes in with only one fort left on the side of Dread Pirates.
Varian moving in, gets knocked right back by Zammy. Batmary also back from that last death, looking to kind of regain his focus and make sure he's got his team with him this time. Last time was trying to get in deep, looking for those kills, but didn't quite have everyone nearby. I think the turn-in would be ideal here for the Dread Pirates, but they need 2 different heroes to do it. Delurker holding on to now 11, just picked up that 11th gem, so they're just going to try to get Leeming to cash it. Yeah. Stepping forward is Thrall. Does he have the interrupt? He doesn't even go for it.
Nope. They didn't even try to interrupt it. I mean, they do have the structural advantage here. Maybe they can afford to lose a fort or 2. They are closer to 16. Maybe they're looking to get that, but oh my gosh, I hear some... Nope, just some zoning sounds is what I heard.
It was like,
I was like, hold on, I hear what? Nope.
No, little fake out. Is noted in chat from Mama Dovi. We do have a glass cannon pickup for Leeming at level 13, so keep an eye on Delurker there. Will be a little bit easier for Retro to take Delurker down, but of course a little easy for Delurker to get some kills on their own. Another attempt there from Varian, but Zammibar's safe, and I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Retro, keeping only the ETC available for anyone to target on the front side. Really haven't been any good looks at taking down any other targets, Slexia.
Right, and that's really been the strategy that's been working for them. They're just going to give up this fort and clear the other lanes, it looks like, with ReGen Retro rotating down. Still knowing that they are constantly going to have eyes on them. They do have level 16, 2 levels in the lead, actually 1 now. but they have that talent tier advantage. So this really isn't anything to worry about, I do not think, as this last Web Weaver bot is just nearly dead. We need to see that blow up. I'm ready.
And there it goes. Now the gem count really in strong favor of ReGen Retro, holding on to 92. And they, of course, still have that level 16 advantage. Which way are they going? Looks like maybe towards the top egg spawner, or perhaps even that boss on the top side of the map, which we do see is still available. But
I mean,
it's just turning
Dread Pirates
here.
knows that they are turning in. They're going to get that. They unfortunately looked like they were trying to make it to Bruiser, didn't make it quite in time, so they will not have that counter pressure. This is really what ReGen Retro needed here. Level 16 still hasn't been picked up by Dread Pirates, and this is going to be a pretty big push.
And speaking of push, that bottom lane, Siege Giant still on the map, will only be depushed by this Web Weaver spawning right next to it. But does this fort go down? Looks like it probably will. Ooh, actually those Giants now locking onto that Web Weaver, so fort will stand in the bottom lane.
Crazy. It actually has 88 health. Just wondering.
Mid lane being cleared up by the Dread Pirates pretty quickly. The focus from Retro is here in this top lane, of course, is the boss lane. They're going to leave that bottom lane to push out, but it did get killed a bit by that Siege Giant, so already down below 50% health. That's not going to make it too much further. This is pretty much the end of the Retro push right up here in the top lane, and now with level 16, the Pirates are ready to go.
Yeah, and they are ready to go. Zammy is still in the front. Arthas looking to get a root, and ooh, the face melt was used, zoning the blue team out. Dread Pirates are not going to be successful in any sort of kill here, as ReGen is maybe looking for that boss play now. Yeah, we do see ETC Jaina rotating up, and they are getting that started.
And they have really good positioning with where these waves are. They're pushed up against their opponents, so if anyone rotates up here, the minions will provide vision for him. You see Varian, he's going to have to wait quite a bit, and actually he's going to be exposed in the lane, but I think it's too late. That boss is down and picked up by ReGen Retro.
Yeah, that there was no contest there. Dread Pirates went immediately to their Bruiser. They want to keep this counter pressure, even if they're aware that there is a boss play. Oh my god, that orb, although the range was halfway across the map, did miss everyone.
Full orb build, by the way.
By the red side. Right, full orb build, and not an orb hitting anyone in sight. You hate to see it, but here is this boss looking to take down one of the most precious resources we have in this game, and that is our well.
There's a target onto Arthas, but he pops his ghouls as now the focus turns to Varian. He gets the D-shield. Boss still alive. 75% health as a big orb comes in, but Retro still looking pretty healthy. Boss now approaching 50%, but this keep falling down to about 20. Will Retro try to finish it? They do have a Blizzard on top of the huge power slide, but the mosh pit, I think, was interrupted.
The mosh pit was interrupted. Excellent interrupt. That could have been a game. Honestly, look at the health on Dread Pirate's side, but also look at the number of gems that we see on ReGen Retro's side. They have 59 out of 65 needed for another turn in.
And a bunch here at mid they're picking up.
Right.
Bot Fort still hanging on. 88 health. ETC in trouble. Does pop that face melt. Has a power slide through the Varian. Now joining up with the rest of his team will be safe. Yeah, gem count. There it is. ReGen Retro now with the 65 needed for their turn in, but they still gotta turn them in.
They are top, as it looks like Dread Pirates are only rotating down to Siege and not trying to contest the turn in, because you know what else ReGen Retro has here is level 20.
That they do, and 65 gems in the bank. Their third turn-in of the game, fourth, right? Fourth.
A lot of turn-ins. Like they've had every single gem on the map somehow. They're rotating through this choke point, through the Bruiser camp area, and this is typically where we see teams try to end. There's a huge wave with that Bruiser pushing mid, and Retro is down here looking to assault this bottom keep. I mean, the Siege Giants are pushing again, and that Web Weaver will not make it there for quite some time. So no, they're not looking for that keep, but they're looking mid here. The root coming out from Arthas.
Yeah, really just that macro pressure in the bottom lane. The Siege Giants really prevented any sort of push in the bottom lane, so all they have left is this mid lane. And top of that keep already down, they're just not concerned up there, so not a lot of value off this turn-in for ReGen Retro. Even with the level 20, he's kind of afraid to fight in a spot that doesn't make sense for him. Don't want to get in range of that Varian, so they're going to play it slow. Final Web Weaver already down at the bottom lane. It's not even here.
Right, it
so
didn't
that's
make
it.
it, but there is one still top. It's halfway there. I really need to see ReGen Retro get aggressive here, and Zammy does slide in. The root is placed down. No one is caught, but Bat Mary is looking very low. Ooh, with so much damage going out, D-Shield is having to be used, and there's a full assault. There's the Sundering from Thrall, and Bat Mary is just instantly annihilated. Thrall does go down in the mix as well, and it looks like they're backing up.
They're backing up. They didn't find a spot for ETC to rip that mosh pit, but they're still hanging out. And I think if this Variant gets close, like, that's 20 gems. This is 20 gems.
Oh, Zammy going in onto Sir Stiggles. Protect, use the roots put out. He is unstoppable.
Good cleanse.
And able to get out. Oh my gosh, there comes an orb. And they're not looking to be too aggressive, it doesn't look like. But the crazy thing is that Dread Pirates does have a turn-in. And now we are at 19 minutes into this game. That can be devastating for ReGen Retro. So Thrall isn't up for another 25 seconds.
They want this keep right now. They're not leaving until this keep is down.
I want them to have this keep right now because I'm like, what? You've worked so hard.
They're scared again. They got to back up. You know, that's the kind of the consequence of bringing a Malthael with you. You really lose a lot in the siege department. A hero like Greymane on the other side. Such a difference in when you're trying to jump onto these keeps late game that you can really siege forward and end a game. It's not quite as easy doing it with the Malthael, so...
Right. Well, they are allowing Dread Pirates to pick up their bruiser at this point. For some reason, Retro is down here near the siege camp because they actually, I think it's because they're aware that they've been rotating through all these macro objectives nonstop. But really, they need to be concerned with interrupting that turn-in. And it looks like they're looking for a gank down here in the bot turn-in area.
Might take this fight inside the bruiser camp. No, the mage minion down quickly. And still kind of floating around. Both these egg spawners are both of our teams. Sir Stiggles holding on to the most. Actually, no, it's Decorous with 31. That's the Greymane player here for Dread Pirates. They're going to need a few...
Boss is up again.
Oh, Boss is up again. Look at that.
Everything is available, it seems like, you know, as far as at least turn-in. Web Weavers and Boss. So either could end the game, I think, for either team.
Looks like they're giving turn-in.
Only Dread Pirates has turn-in, and they're just giving them turn-in. Does this mean they just... What are they going to do? They're on bottom siege.
Well, they're going to have to play defense top. Dread Pirates already showing that they want to push this lane up. Do we start seeing some hearths? Looks like they want to clear out at least one more of these catapults before getting on their way, and there they go. But the Dread Pirates quickly on. Greymane already dark flighting in onto this front wall. One of the towers down, make it 2 before the Web Weaver even spawns.
It's going to take a while for the Web Weavers to get here. Top will definitely be there first, but the advantage of this keep is here. It's still, the structure exists. So let's see what happens. Looks like Sir Stiggles is looking for that Malthael. He was cleansed, and the Blizzard is dropped onto this wave. Help pings as Zammy looks for that slide.
And ghouls are all down as well.
Bat Mary. Oh, and there's the taunt on to ETC. Storm Shield popped.
Deltron having to step up to do that Twilight Dream completely whipped everything, but it was just a scare tactic. Another good cleanse there onto Bat Mary, but the root's still there. D-Shield out of nowhere, and this could end up being game with the turnarounds if Lehman can find a double kill, but not quite yet. There it is. 2 down for ReGen Retro. One of them was Malthael, so he's able to respawn at level 20 with that no one can stop death, but the Dread Pirate is starting to push in, Slexia.
This is a really intense match here. Dread Pirates is mounting up. They're rotating mid. Thrall is looking to be caught out. He does throw his root down, but there is still a wild chase. And oh my gosh, the displacement from the Li Ming kind of saves his life. And with ETC down, it looks like Dread Pirates is going for a boss call. I feel like ReGen Retro started playing very conservatively for no reason at that bottom keep, and this is why they are now they are no longer safe. You know what I mean?
You know, like, we talked about it. The moment you let it's the duel of aggression, right? So whenever you let the other team be the one being aggressive, you're gonna lose this specific matchup because early game was all Retro. They were finding all the engage with the ETC power side roots. follow-up, but have they had it in the past 10 minutes? Probably not. It's really been Dread Pirates since the midway mark, and here they come, potentially ending the game with this boss in the top lane, Slexia.
It is a strong boss. All members are up for both teams here, and there is... Ooh, the Twilight Dream coming out from the Malfurion. Melodious is just instantly deleted, and Decorus on the Greymane is going wild. Literally just biting people's throats out. ETC dice here too, and the resets from Li Ming are just too much. Even with Malfurion is dead. D-Shield is super clutch, and this core is down. This is GG in a very unexpected turn of events, going over game 1, won by Dread Pirates.
What a game. That was thrilling. I'm kind of surprised how it ended, to be honest. I didn't think that Dread Pirates were ever going to get their footing. They didn't have the turn-ins. They didn't really have the team fight working for them either, being down in kills, but they ended 8-8 in kills, and ultimately the core on the side of ReGen Retro is the one that falls. Slexia, anything sticking out to you on this Talon screen or our stat scoreboard?
I mean, Crash Lightning obviously stuck out from the beginning. It was eventually, I don't know if it was ever actually finished. I didn't notice. I would have liked to see Earthquake instead of Sundering, as you know, the Sundering didn't lead up to too many successful blow-ups, and I feel like there would have been a lot more traction for ReGen Retro there. But I am just so confused by the lack of aggression when they had 20 for like forever.
Yeah, you're darn right. I am also surprised at that very fact. But you know, what can you do? What can you do? We're gonna take a break. That's what we can do here, Slexia. Should be about 3 minutes. We'll be back for what will be game number 2 here between Dread Pirates and ReGen Retro. Grab some water, maybe a snack, say hello to some friends, and be back here in 3 minutes. Here's a commercial for you.
Let's do it.
Enjoy. See ya. And welcome back to the NGS game of the week. We're about to head on into game number 2. Slexia, how you feeling after that first one?
I'm excited. You know,
excited.
it feels like this is exactly what we were hoping for this match. Like, these are two super strong teams, and in the beginning we thought it was going one way, then it flipped the complete opposite way. Both great teams, very coordinated, and I am feeling just fine. How about you?
Well, I'm feeling just fine. Letting them know in chat now that I'm ready to go. I'm expecting a bit more focus here from our teams on the objective. We're headed to Alterac Pass this time. A big mistake if you let the opposing side capture the prison camp before you're able to, because that cavalry is just too devastating here. I don't think either side is going to be willing to give one up. We're going to see some big fights.
I certainly would hope so. I'm curious if we're going to see any sort of weird stuff, any sort of like cheesy stuff. And by cheesy, I mean like, I don't know, a global, an Abathur maybe. Like, I don't know. What are we going to see?
Ooh, an Abathur. That'd be interesting.
I
Just
don't
did
know.
get a bit of a buff slash, I don't know, to his Locust build. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Just like, Alterac Pass is such a long map to me. Like, the games are long. So it's an opportunity to team fight a lot. But once you actually start to snowball on one side, like, there's really no turning back. I have seen it turn back pretty quickly. Maybe, but it's rare. You know, like, I feel like once a boss is taken and a team is able to rotate and get another boss, as well as stay on top of their siege camps, it's hard to catch up. Gives you a lot of experience.
Chat saying maybe global would be an option here. I could see a Falstead making some play. I've seen a lot of him recently. Having that bribe, especially here, means you really don't have to worry about your own siege camp at mid too often. We do see a Samuro ban for kind of similar reasons.
Yeah, Bat Mary's Blaze again being banned. Mega Muffin trying to correct me with the global equals cheese question mark. Smiley with the tongue out.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, whatever. Yes. But other things are cheesy to me too, and I feel like on this map you have to get creative.
Yeah. Second ban here, this time taking away the Greymane that gave them a bit of trouble over on Tomb of the Spider King.
What we're not seeing, though, is a Deathwing ban or an Oriole ban yet. So we're still leaving that open. Medivh ban. This means Oriole's available, so is Deathwing.
One's going to each side.
Yeah. If they want them.
I feel like the Deathwing's just the more value play here on Alterac. Am I crazy? It's a big map. That global that he provides is pretty money. And he's just a damn strong hero. Does Retro want to pick him, though? They want the Oriole.
I mean, the res is still overpowered. 1 second channel time is literally 1 second. It's nothing.
It's just 1 second.
Unless you have like someone just babysitting for the interrupt, you know, and also just like drafting something with an interrupt that can be used specifically for that. But there's the Deathwing picked up and a Malthael. So I do like Malthael on this map.
The only hero really left to counter Deathwing that I like personally is that Leoric. So I'm fully expecting him picked up here during the 2-3.
If I see a Cho'Gall, I might just have to stop, like, participating tonight. I just really don't want to see it. Sorry to bring that up, but I just, like, I've been getting, like, flashbacks from... Okay, thank God. Okay. We made it. We made it, Murda. It's Leoric, and there you go. You called it. Leoric and Johanna picked up.
Well, it's not like I called it. I mean, the developers developed it. How about that? Like, there's no other way to counter this Deathwing. You need that Leoric, or else you're just toast. So I'm glad to see they got it. I mean, you also get the Entomb, which is one of those tools that you can use to help displace the Deathwing, keep him where you want, almost like a force wall. Also, you know, I wouldn't hate. Maybe we end up seeing something like a Tastar to help corral this Deathwing. What other heroes do you like? Which ones are available that you like?
I mean, I personally like Sylvanas on this map. I love Sylvanas in general, and I feel like she pumps out a lot of damage. She also has a percentage damage talent at 1 that I feel can be pretty successful against the Deathwing, and also just successful in clearing the waves. ETC is being banned by ReGen Retro now, and
Ooh,
I
chat.
don't know.
Look
I
at
don't know if
chat.
we're gonna see a Mal'Ganis. What?
Chat mentioning that Cho'Gall is still available.
Yeah. And if it's another Cho'Gall Deathwing game, I don't know. I don't think it would be. Come on, Dread Pirates, you wouldn't do this. Cho'Gall plus Joe, no way.
Uther
There's the Uther, picked up again. Okay. I am not sold on the Uther healer.
They won game 1 though.
Yeah. But we know what happened. Things fell apart.
Okay.
That does... I don't know.
4, 3, 2.
Hanzo? What are we gonna see?
Ooh, Falstead? Hanzo, Sylvanas. Okay.
Yes!
All right.
Yes! Hanzo Sylvanas. That's what I said I wanted to see. Okay. Thank you, ReGen Retro. Gosh, I'm going to wear pink next time I cast you. Hold on. I think I have the moist pen somewhere. But who are we going to see picked up by Dread Pirates? It is the Mal'Ganis. That is a hero that I am getting so tired of, and so I really hope that the side of Retro has what it takes to deal with it. His sleeping of your team is just so oppressive, and you know, with the escapes that Hanzo has and the escape that Sylvanas has, that's great. Oriole using the detainment strike can really, you know, keep him at bay. But Mal'Ganis and the tight choke points when you're fighting over the prison camps is just oppressive.
Yes, I certainly agree there. Let's find out at home. Do you guys at home agree? If you're thinking that it's going to be a domination of 2-0 for Dread Pirates, hashtag DP in chat right now. If you think ReGen Retro is going to bring us to a game number 3 and take a victory here on Alterac Pass, hashtag RGR in chat. Let us know who you're here rooting for. I think we're kind of split. I gotta have faith that the Dread Pirates, after playing a similar comp in game 1, will be able to do something similar here in game number 2. Is there enough to deal with the Deathwing? That's really the story, I think.
I think there's enough to do a lot of the other objectives on this map and get a steady push going in multiple lanes. I'm not lacking confidence in the Uther because of the zoning that we'll see from Mal'Ganis, as well as just the massive body that is Deathwing. So that'll let Li Ming be pretty comfortable. We don't need the big heals. But let's get into announcing these teams. I'm excited. Will this be a 2-0? Will we go to a game 3? On the blue side, playing for Dread Pirates, we have Sir Stiggles on Mal'Ganis, Delurker on Li Ming, Decorus on Deathwing, MF Princess on Uther, and Batmary on Malfield. Give it up for Dread Pirates.
And over on the red side, we got Aaron playing the Leoric Zammy Bars on Johanna. Splash picking up the Sylvanas as Meliodas is on the Hanzo. And that first pick, Oriole, will be played by Deltron. They are ReGen Retro.
Perfect. I'm waiting to see which talent Sylvanas picks up at 1. Looking at the talents, I do see Searing Light from the Oriole. And Sylvanas actually just went plain Q, so no percentage damage.
I think the pick to talk about here at level 1, it will be Redemption from Hanzo. Looking for those auto attacks, I think probably the smart way to go, and later on picking up that armor reduction. It could really be useful perhaps against this Deathwing who's currently up in this top lane. Put that big body in the bush. Come on, his wing's sticking out. You can see that, right?
There's nope. He's invisible. It's called magic. And you cannot take that from me. Both teams looking to pick up their siege camps immediately. As we are 1 minute, 3 seconds into this game, and they spawned 2 members of the red team mid with Uther just chilling.
Yeah, it'll be Mal'Ganis and Li Ming, and it'll be Sylvanas and Ariel on the other side picking up these camps, as Ariel going to start moving towards that top lane, not wanting to miss out on any of these XP globes. Deltron able to scoop those up as Sylvanas finishing off the camp. We do see the blue side null camp being spawned just a little bit quicker.
Right, which will allow some time for pushing. Sylvanas, though, rotating, it looks like... No, I thought maybe she was going to go top, but she is rotating down here mid. Mal'Ganis kind of caught a little bit, but there's really nothing that would happen from that. All 5 members of Dread Pirates pushing.
Kind of curious. 5 members here for Dread Pirates at mid, and Ariel soaking the top lane. It's just Johanna and Sylvanas. Now Leoric having to make the rotation up to help clear out this push.
Boy.
Leoric's way too low now.
Onto that Leoric. You know, what I've noticed is if you do not get value out of your siege camp initially, it's almost like if you continue to get them on cooldown, they do nothing at all. So I like that they did that push. They're still even in experience, and there's just a little bit of damage on those towers and the wall on the middle fort. So interesting.
Li Ming missing a couple shots there over on Aaron, who's able to get out. And starting to harass the Deathwing a bit, switching to Leoric in the lane matchup here up against Decorus's Deathwing. We do see our first prisoners will be located in just about 15 seconds. And I mentioned how strong these objectives are. I'm expecting some fireworks here, Slexia, and we're dead even on XP.
Yeah, definitely even. 4 members rotating up, orbs hitting Deltron. And it looks like blue team Dread Pirates is prioritizing laning a bit longer, possibly looking to get 7 before even considering contesting this. Nope, Mal'Ganis is rotating up.
Mal'Ganis getting whipped in the wall there by Ariel. See if that ends up being indicative of the play later on, but Deltron picking up that quest at level 4, the repeated offense on Ariel, so going to be trying to get those stuns into the walls throughout this one. And also, you know, keep this team alive as Hanzo's trying to soak up level 7 at mid. Retro backed up towards their own prison camp.
Yeah, both teams looking for 7. We're going to see Dread Pirates get that first. And I don't know. I'm excited to see how these engagements will go. MF Princess dismounting the Johanna. Love to see it dismount.
Leoric all the way down bottom, really far away. I think Dread Pirates now realizing that, starting to move into the prison camp, but big flashlight to the face will reset all those timers. Finally, though, yeah. Deathwing able to get the channel in.
We're able to get the channel in, but what we did see over here from ReGen Retro is that they picked up that siege camp once more. So they're going to have that pushing, allowing them possibly the opportunity to get this back. And oh wait, here comes the Cataclysm though. Deltron is caught out. Sir Stiggles just bodying the Oriole, and that is the first blood of the game. Leoric having to back up, and oh my gosh, the Q from Deathwing followed up by that orb just keeps Aaron having to find a safe place to press that B button and fully back.
So, just as I thought from Hanzo, we did get the sharpened arrowheads at level 7. Gonna try to reduce the armor of this Deathwing, but I don't know. Like, is it gonna be that easy? Do you have enough range to kind of get in there and shoot the Deathwing? You don't want to be close. You're a squishy target, Hanzo. We'll see if it has any sort of payoff later on, as the first of these cavalry will be spawned, and it belongs to the Dread Pirates.
It looks like they are rotating top, leaving just Malthael bot for their first push. What's happening here? We see a sleep onto Johanna. Unstoppable being used with Mal'Ganis looking to follow it behind, but that detainment strike stopped that from happening. Orbs coming out before this minion wave can make it, and I think it's safe to say that these towers will go down, but Zami, not wanting to let them push too far, was looking to get in, but those detainment strikes by Deltron are really putting a stick in the spokes of this momentum for Dread Pirates to be honest. They're excellent.
No surprise we're getting full orb build again out of Delurker, who played it in game 1 over on Tomb. And a little bit bigger of a map I think makes more sense here, and we're still seeing it as looks like Johanna trying to press forward. Here comes the Cataclysm as that fort goes down, and the team is split now, and it's gonna be the first kill there onto Hanzo. Reset now, trying to get the kill onto Deltron's Ariel, and they do. Sleep lands on Johanna, but just the Iron Skin isn't enough. I don't think it will be. The stun's there.
Oh, the stun from
Last
Uther.
rites.
And the last rites, that was definitely enough. I didn't even realize we had just got level 10. He must have had his ultimate. He must have done like a hotkey to it and then just pressed R immediately because that was instantaneous. And we are 6 minutes and 33 seconds into this game. Dread Pirates are on this top keep.
I mean, these are former Division A Grand Champions, Dread Pirates, if I'm not mistaken, and they're looking in form here in game number 2, now up 4-0, knocking on to that keep, but not quite able to finish it off. They're going to back out, not wanting to risk too much. They know they have such a huge lead in this matchup. They just got to play it slow and keep extending this advantage.
Yeah, like I said, in this game, it's like once you get a huge advantage, you kind of just snowball it from there. Looks like ReGen Retro is taking their siege camp, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dread Pirates start that as well. But this is the time where one of the teams is probably going to try to make a boss call. We are at even talent tiers, and maybe that's going to be ReGen Retro on the top lane.
I'd say if either team wants to do it, it should be the team that's down being aggressive trying to go for it. And it looks like they're thinking the same exact thing. Here they go. Deathwing walking this way, but he can't teleport his entire team here, and they're pretty far away right now, Slexia.
Yeah, but Deathwing's body alone is enough to just do so much damage using that AoE. But he would probably die if the rest of his team didn't come up, and he does use that ultimate ability again, and Deltron's caught out once more, getting the detainment straight onto Sir Stiggles, but losing his life for it. Johanna is now the target here, and this time we see Disintegrate picked up, and oh my god, that Entomb used to keep them from chasing is something that needs to be clipped and added to highlights.
Please. It's like the classic troll Entomb, perfectly played there by Aaron.
Wow.
But they're still down big. It's still 5-0 in favor of Dread Pirates, as the Carrion Swarm going to help heal up Mal'Ganis a bit. We do have our next prison camp available on the map, bottom side. Neither team moving that direction. And I wonder if Retro even cares. I think they just want to keep jamming up towards this boss. They're going to check it out with that Sonic Arrow. Do they go for it? I don't know. Yeah, they do.
I think they do. And the thing is that they could have had a faster reaction and started the boss sooner. Like when I started speculating they might possibly go for that. They were kind of hovering around thinking of what to do for quite some time, and as you can see, that Snap Judgment is what cost them the boss. But here they are picking it up now, and there's another Doom.
It's so funny every time.
Great. Alright, Dread Pirates has also channeled the objective, and these bosses are not very strong, so it's not really that big of a concern. I don't think for Dread Pirates.
Well, one benefit is they have Deathwing's feet on the ground, now finally starting to get in the air. Retro looking for the fight before Deathwing can even get here, and they might get it. Uther low pops the D-shield, and that should be enough to get MF Princess out. Leo's going to try to step forward. Might get the big kill. Misses the drain, but will finally fall.
Definitely a death. The W from Sylvanas is what took down that Uther, and now Sylvanas is the one with last rites, but a clutch heal from Oriole saves her life. Unfortunately, Johanna will not be as lucky. Disintegrate just slicing through Deltron as well as Leoric did quite a bit of damage, and there is Delurker stuck in this Entomb with Cataclysm.
Yeah, Cataclysm, pretty good ability, turns out. Third one of the game that's been right on the money from Decorus. And that'll be 7 kills in the game total for the Dread Pirates, 3 for Li-Ming already, and just a 1 death onto Uther in that last fight. The sole kill here on Alterac Pass for ReGen Retro. They got to figure out how they can get through, and that was really the one shot they had. They found one with Deathwing away in an opposite lane, but they didn't get all the kills they needed before the fight kind of started turning around.
Yeah. This is a little rough. I mean, Deltron is being targeted nonstop, and when that Oriole is dead, there's no way to res someone else if you have to res yourself, but we're not seeing that res value. Monk is saying boss for objective is not a good trade, and I would have to agree there. The boss is not very strong. It didn't even get the top fort, and we see Dread Pirates here pushing in on this middle fort. They already have a keep at half health, and I wouldn't be surprised if that goes down completely while we see this fight here. Level 16's not picked up for either team, so we're on an even talent here. And here is Deathwing just harassing Aaron with Delurker, throwing out Disintegrate, getting the kill, and this fort is down.
Kind of tough from this spot. Deathwing still sitting with a lot of health. Gonna channel that big Q blast in. And I think Dread Pirates pretty good cause here to get this first keep of the game down. Still holding on to one of these cavalry. Top and mid still have theirs as well. They're just going to back out, getting through the wall as Leoric about to spawn. Should have this Entomb if Aaron can play it. He does. He locks in a few, but the Cataclysm in response. The chorus might be able to turn some around. Yeah, there's Leoric down.
Boy.
What a Cataclysm.
Right. Yeah, that was insane. The bottom keep is gone, though. And
Top keep.
Yeah, top keep. Sorry, it's like I have vertigo or something. I do not. Let me just clarify. It's crazy. Level 16's picked up for Dread Pirates, and it's kind of like, well, what is there left to do? The siege camp? Okay. Are we going to get bottom boss? Maybe. But really, this is the snowballing I was talking about. There is just so much pressure coming out from the side of Dread Pirates. What we need to see from ReGen Retro is a little bit more protection for the Oriole. And I think that it was completely calculated for Dread Pirates to let them have Oriole to pick up Deathwing. It is crazy.
Spying on the Dread Pirates right now here in the bottom lane, looking at this boss. Gonna scout it out as Johanna. She sees it, but her team is really far away, including Hanzo at a very far distance, just getting that Dragon's Arrow back online. But I don't think Retro can get in here. They just got their level 16 talents. Johanna's going to step in, but stunned by the Uther. There's that long distance arrow, but this is bad news bears for ReGen Retro as Last Rites picks up the kill on Johanna. Now turning their sights onto the healer Deltron in big boy trouble. Sir Stiggles with the sleep. And here's the blue squad taking it down. Double kill for Dread Pirates. Boss set up in this bottom lane as well, Slexia.
Yeah. This is what anyone would do on this map at that time. They made that call right when level 16 was picked up for ReGen Retro. They did engage. It was a bit too late. It wasn't in their favor. It wasn't really on their terms because Dread Pirates knew that they were coming.
Leoric trying to reduce some of this attack damage, but I don't think there is enough Leorics in the game to make that possible. Second keep of the game down as mid potentially in trouble as well. Null camp approaching. They have some of these catapults too. No catapults here. But a lot of damage from this glass cannon Li Ming full orb build once again. Armor reduction onto the keep means it's going to fall even faster.
Yeah. Yeah, the core completely vulnerable once this middle keep goes down. Will just be a sitting duck with the health that it has. No regeneration option, but that is quite a bit of damage. Deathwing using Cataclysm, but Bat Mary caught in the Entomb.
D-shield again, so good.
Actually dying.
Oh my god.
Reset
Someone...
This has got to be a core call here.
Please.
They can kill 3 heroes that quickly. There's no way they can't get 25,000 health off this boss.
Someone please clip that D-shield from MF Princess. Really just turned that entire fight around. Final resurrection of the game goes on to Ariel herself. But it's just her and Sylvana still standing as the core down to 50%. Slexia, bring us home.
I don't even know if I can bring us home. It looks like we just have the 2 members left, and this core is at less than 5,000 health, just dying. Leoric is standing there. And that is GG. Game 2 going over to Dread Pirates in a best of 3. A 2-0 domination over ReGen Retro. Insane. I would have loved to see more protection from that Oriole, or not pick it up just because it's available if it wasn't the strongest pick. But GG's, excellent games. What a map.
Whew. What a set. And the strength of Deathwing really showed. The Cataclysm especially led to so many of those team fight decisions. Decorus played it to perfection. Top siege damage, top hero damage for their team. And ultimately led to a 2-0 domination, 16-2 in kills that second game. Outstanding work from the Dread Pirates. Here's that talent screen. Anything sticking out to you here, Slexia?
I mean, no deaths on Deathwing. Also, the lack of damage on Sylvanas. And the reason that sticks out to me is because these things were drafted, but you could really get no value, or at least ReGen Retro could get no value out of their assassins because they were constantly putting fires out that Dread Pirates were creating by just putting the pressure on them nonstop. So it's really unlucky, but Leoric had those exceptional entombs, the zoning entombs. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. I still don't think that the 6 kills is a reason to say, oh, orb build is the new hot, but good for Delurker.
True.
I don't know. What do you see?
Well, fairly everyone sees my Discord right now. You want to hop on over to the NGS Discord? We'll do this interview.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, looks like we have someone heading here shortly. Slexia?
Delurker, possibly?
I'm not sure who's coming. Oh, we got Decorus. Welcome, our Deathwing player there in game number 2. Congrats on a very, very big domination tonight up against a formidable opponent in Division A. You guys are looking like you're in form right now. How's it feeling?
It feels great. We usually struggle against this team. They know how to play against us really well, but we managed to pull it out this series.
A lot of interesting picks, more so in game number 2, but we got a little bit of it in game number 1. I know we were talking about the Varian Greymane Leeming burst combo. We saw a bit of a burst combo on the other side as well. How did you guys feel about the burst versus burst matchup there?
The main problem with us is that we weren't really respecting their burst combo. We knew we picked a strong burst combo for ourselves, but the Taunt Varian, we've seen it do really well in some of our games. And we were just trying to force things when we really couldn't against a team like theirs. They would just burst us down before we could burst them.
I think you were on the Arthas that game, am I correct?
I was on the Greymane.
Oh, the Greymane. Okay.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
excuse me. I don't have anything to say about the Greymane. Slexia, what's up with game number 1 for you? Anything you want to chat about there?
I just want to know, how certain did you guys feel that you had lost before you didn't?
We honestly never felt like we were truly out of the game. We knew we were on the back foot, but we didn't feel out of it. We were a little close most of the time. We never truly felt lost the first one. I think that's what carried us through.
Well, that definitely showed. You guys persevered and just turned it around completely. So who needs a back foot to be on when you can just switch that up? Batmary in chat, though. Hold on. Oh, I thought there was something to report to you.
Well, I mean, it really was game number 1. The turning point, in my eyes, was that bottom lane push onto the keep from ReGen Retro, that Dread Pirates, you guys were able to defend it and kind of really thwarted the rest of their push-in and the rest of that Webweaver phase as well. And it was from that moment on where it felt to us that Retro started playing a bit too passive. Did you guys have that same game sense there?
I was honestly surprised that they didn't take the key pot. I think they were overestimating how strong we were at that point. I was for sure convinced it was gone whenever I went to clear top, and they were 4. I was like, oh well, it's gone. I might as well clear top, get 20. Maybe we can make something work. They did fail to close out the game there, I feel.
Right. Well, that really doesn't matter because you guys did close out the game after getting that boss and took us to Alterac Pass, where you just completely dominated the map. I want to talk about your Deathwing and how frequently you play that hero.
I love Deathwing personally. I try to play it often.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty comfortable on him. Splash from ReGen Retro knows how comfortable I am. I'm very surprised they didn't ban it, and I guess that's what cost them the second game.
We were head scratching a bit in the draft there after the first 2 bans from each side. We're like, wait, Auriel's still up, Deathwing's still up. Each side's gonna get 1, and we thought the Deathwing would be the higher value pick. Where do you guys position? Is Auriel worth more, or is it the Deathwing?
When we leave both of them up, we're hoping they pick the Auriel.
Okay,
because
confirmed.
we feel like Deathwing is definitely a stronger character, and we knew they didn't play Deathwing, so we were convinced they'd just pick Auriel, and we'd be able to just run the game away.
Well,
Yeah, go
kudos
ahead.
to you on how you play the hero. I knew that when we were at, I believe it was mid fort or maybe mid keep wall, and how you positioned your body and used the Q to just blast both towers and the wall, that you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
The way you set up those cataclysms, I was like, oh wow, okay, this is a professional Deathwing right here.
Well,
But
thank you.
excellent job. Also, I want to make a public apology to doubting the main heel Uther.
Yeah.
Sorry, MF Princess.
I think you
I
did
will
twice.
never doubt it again. I did it twice.
He had some very good divine shields in that game.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
excellent.
The one at the end, most notably inside that entomb, to really save the day and kind of help seal up the win there at the end. But before we leave, I gotta say, for those of you at home who maybe played Deathwing or maybe are wanting to learn Deathwing, go back and watch that game number 2. There were so many fantastic cataclysms from Decorus. Every time the engagement started, it seemed like Deathwing was just raining down the fire. Comments, maybe some tips for other players at home picking it up and how valuable that tool is in those team fights.
Oh yeah, I often wait to use it when the enemy pushes up too far, and I just spam ping, letting my teammates know I'm going all in, and they usually follow up on me. We just close out the fight from then on.
Well, GG there. Congrats on the 2-0 domination. A big win and maybe solidifying first place here in the regular season for the Dread Pirates. Decorus, before we let you go, we got to give you some time for some shout outs. So my friend, the floor is yours.
Oh okay. Shout out to my team. Y'all did really well this series. My brothers were actually cheering me on the whole time. My friends in Discord were also cheering me on. It was just wonderful. Thank you all so much.
Awesome, awesome. Well, once again, congrats. Best of luck in the playoffs. You guys are locked in somewhere. We just got to find out what place that will be. Looking forward to seeing how those matches end up, and maybe we'll see you sometime during those playoffs.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Slex, you want to hop back into the call?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're going to get Slexia back in here momentarily. Here she comes. She's back? Oh, she's back. All right.
I'm back. No longer just a green fog.
So let's recap tonight. It's not Thursday night. That's the first big news. And the final big news, it is Dread Pirates knocking off ReGen Retro 2-0. And like I was telling Decorus there at the end, very well could be the #1 seed heading into the Division A playoffs.
It's a strong team, and it has been for quite some time. I'm proud of them. Dread Pirates really showing that with their perseverance and not even giving up game 1, even though it was like, ooh, it's looking rough, they can pull through almost anything. I mean, target ban Bat Marys, Blaze all you want, but they have plenty of tricks in their pocket. And if there's any advice I can give to any other team out there, don't ever let that Deathwing through again, because yikes.
Yikes.
You know what I mean?
It was strong. It really was, and definitely led to that victory on Alterac Pass. Anything to say before we go? Maybe just tell the viewers at home where to find you, what's going on in the life of Slexia?
In the life of Slexia, not a lot is going on, which is cool. I am a part of Nexus Edge, which is on the same channel every week or whenever we have the episodes, depending on schedules. You can also find me on my Twitch channel if you would like. I tend to stream the saltiest HOTS games you'll ever see because I have no chill whatsoever. And I just want to say thank you for, you know, just being you. And I had a blast tonight. Love doing Game of the Week with you. What about you, Murda? Where can people find you? Tell us about
wait, what do I do? I do streaming sometimes on occasion. I'm actually truthfully wanting to get back into just like kind of casual random variety type streaming. So if you want to follow me, maybe check out what I'm doing. It is twitch.tv/MurdaRG, same tag as you see below for my Twitter handle @MurdaRG. And of course, if you just want to reach out on Discord, I am on that NGS Discord towards the top board member status. So just say hi. I don't bite. I love meeting all you guys. Love getting to cast matches like this one, Slexia.
Yes, same.
And I'm sure we'll find another great one for everyone next week.
Yeah. But you know what? If we don't, let us know in chat. Hit us up in Discord. which match should we cover for Game of the Week? What is the spiciest match? This is our last week of the regular season, right? Like we're going into playoffs.
We have one more week for divisions B, C, and D. Division A, I believe, and Heroic have one additional week. But yeah, it's towards the end, and these teams, if they're going to be making the playoffs, they got to make sure they're winning now. So most of these, maybe not, it won't be like a 1 versus 2 game, but maybe it's like teams fighting for position. We want to find something interesting to bring you guys next week.
Yeah, we want to cast the spiciest matches. We want it to be like so unclear who's going to win because these teams are just so tight and in the standings, and like we just want those hot matches. Like I said on Nexus Edge, if you were there, we're not afraid to steal them from other casters if they got the good match. So let us know if you want this to be showcased. If you want your team or
I'll be like, hey, we're gonna cast that one, so sorry.
Yeah, we'll just pull it like, hey, whoa, that's Game of the Week material.
I think there was one earlier in the season. I believe it was Mark Zombie, and he was so gracious, like such a good dude. Everyone loves Mark, and I think he was just like, yeah, go ahead, take it.
Mark Zombie is the best. Shout out to Mark Zombie. Oh my god. But yeah, shout out to everyone in chat.
Everyone.
What were you saying?
That's it. Yeah, shout out to everyone. Love everyone. Yeah. Everyone's cool. Be safe. Moment of silence for Kobe, maybe?
Yeah, devastating. Just life is short, so have fun. And just enjoy every day to its fullest capacity. That has been it for the NGS Game of the Week with Murda and Slexia. Catch you guys next week.
Catch you guys next week. See ya!
Here's Diablo Apox. Leap of faith again by Anduin Danslow, and Medivh's gonna be able to finish him off. 3 kills, a triple for PFM. And now Diablo being surrounded. Fade falling to 25% health. Condemn, and Diablo's down. That might be the actual play of the game. They find another kill.
Apocalypse coming out though. Red team. Oh my god! Red team almost got him.
Axon jumping over to get some kills.
Oh, Ragnarok getting the concussion mine, knocking him out into the fray. Oh, the definition of unlucky.